moving on from those good OCs, thank you everyone for bringing on such lovely OCs, but we need to start talking about some bad OCs. Now, going back in the same order we presented good OCs, we're going to be showing off the bad OCs. So, first off is going to be my OC that I brought on to the show this week. I brought on Enya by NUK. I want to say it's NUK. This is a typical case of, or this is the overdone case of, there was a pony, they were bullied, they found solace in drawing, eventually became so good at drawing that other people were like, hey, you're really good at drawing, and you teach me, and then she got her cutie mark.
And you please teach me, senpai.
She got her cutie mark and then started a business selling her art.
And you telling me that this is a horse?
Yeah. And it's one of these things. Alright, so she was born in San Francisco. I'm like, yes. Good. I like that pun. And then eventually, when she was 16, she moved to the Winnie Side West. She moved there and she felt happier because she was able to draw more abstract. And apparently she didn't sell as much because she now works for the local weather. And I assume that means like the local weather, like ponies and whatnot. She's supposed to be living in a time after Luna's banishment, which is perfectly fine, but do you mean after Luna's banishment and before her return in the Sun Celebration in the first 2 episodes? Okay, I can go along with that. But a little bit more detail would be great on that one.
I mean, that's a whole 1,000 years.
Yeah, there's a wide berth right there for where she could be. So, quick little things. She likes drawing and painting. She likes cold weather, flying, watching movies with a crowd, history, owls, kitchen, and fashion shows. Not kitchens. Kittens. My apologies. She dislikes most stallions, being in a city, the color red, the gala, spiders, dragons, snakes, and small dogs. The backstory on this one is very... I don't want to say cliche because I feel cliche is too cliche of a word to use, but it is a backstory that has been done 1,000 times before. Someone was bullied. They decided to go do something on their own, away from everybody else, got good at it, and that became their special talent. It's become so indicative with the pony culture and making OCs that it's like, okay, guys, Jesus Christ, for once, give me a pony that everybody likes. Like, everybody is so afraid of making their characters friends with anybody that it's like, oh no, I'm not, everyone's gonna hate them. And I'm like, God damn it, guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of the times, from the way I perceive it, people base these type of things off of their real life or themselves, because honestly, a lot of people who do art are kind of nerds. They don't make a lot of friends at first, and then they do something good, and people are like, wow.
The
and then they make art, and they make friends in art.
Making a character. One thing that a lot of people like to do to avoid the Mary Sue cliche is to make their character a know-nothing. And know-nothings are basically characters that are the same thing as Mary and Gary Stews, but without the benefit of being liked. Where they don't really do anything, but they are the opposite, so they avoid the cliches of being the best at something, having tons of friends. Instead, they are not the best at anything, and they have no friends.
Yeah, they're the complete opposite of the spectrum,
and it's just
which makes it even worse.
No, it's just as bad.
I think it's worse.
I don't think it's worse, because they're both bad characters.
Debatable. But, so, the backstory is lacking, to say the least. I mean, there is a little bit of detail of where this character lived, when this character lived, where they moved, and what they've done in those places. But other than that, there's not that much to it. There's very little actual substance to this character. It's all, they were not liked, they were bullied, they made art, they lived here, and now they live here, and they do this. Great. Wonderful. And I'm not saying you need 1,000 different things in your backstory like other people's OCs. It's just what are these characters? What's this character's wants? What are this character's dreams, feels? Where is this character going? Like, why did they move to the Winnie Side West? Like, why did they were 16 at that time? Was it because of their parents? Was it a job move? Was it they did it on their own? Did they strike out on their own? Did they like what? There is nothing in this character description that is actually about the character.
Make them more of a person. Make them exist more.
I understand what you're saying now. It's just like, it's paper thin. There's just not much to it. Because, I mean, even if it is a pony sona and the person did get bullied and they're like, I love art, there's still other stuff that you do besides get bullied in art. I mean, there's got to be something else there that you can put into this character.
I mean, we get a little bit of their likes and dislikes, but other than that, there's nothing.
People are more than the events that happen to them. We're three-dimensional. We exist.
Well, that's deep.
Anyway, so that being said about the backstory, let's quickly go over the aesthetic of this pony, because that's really what drew me in on this one. So, that's this pony. I mean, this pony has giant wings with weird gradients in it that I feel would be fine if it wasn't for the fact that this character is pure black.
Yeah.
I like the lighter shading on the front parts. That's good shading. But just take all that black and make it a lot lighter. Like, take that lighter area and make it the whole area and just make the lighter area even lighter. But besides that point, I also don't like the cutie mark because I have no idea what it is.
And it's not explained, is it?
I am only just now thinking maybe it's a paintbrush?
Yeah, I think it might be a paintbrush, but...
It is definitely a paintbrush.
Why would it do blue and purple, though?
Because she's amazing at art. She can do both at the same time.
That's not logical, though.
It's a show about horses.
I don't like it. It literally, the first time I saw it, I thought it was like a knife cutting through, like, the door. Like, in some wood splinters. Her hair, I believe, is okay. Those colors are...
Probably the best colors on the pony.
Yeah, I like the colors of the mane. And I hate to say this, the execution for it is a little bit sloppy, but I still like the idea and concept for the mane and tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not certain the purple would really work very well with the cyan and the white, but... I mean, whatever. And pure white in the mane or tail or coat, and I'm just like, why?
Oh, I thought that was shading. That is a cyan blue. Holy crap. That is disgusting. And then there's also you know me. You know who I am. And even I cannot defend these gradients in the wings. Like,
yeah.
I like gradients, but oh my goodness, no.
Do you believe that these gradients are bad because of how dark they are?
It's too... First of all, it's too abrupt. Second of all, it's just black to purple, and I'm like... Ugh.
Take these little tweaks and reminders or things that into heart, and maybe you can tweak it and work the pony into something else that is a little bit not as... what's the word? Not really obnoxious, but jarring with the colors. And maybe try to step away from something as abstract as what you're doing with your cutie mark. There isn't a lot of abstract cutie marks in the pony universe, so I would probably try to make it a little bit more realist. So, yeah, just do these little things, tweak it, never use that dark of a black, try to lighten up the colors a little bit. Maybe if you want to tweak the purple in the hair a little bit, go ahead, but again, most of our complaints are just on substance. Make more about this pony and not just about what this pony has been through. Like, likes and desires, and talents, whatnot. Moving on to the next pony, we have... Betty's.
Alright, well this one was sent in to us by Sunny Pony Citrus. This is Mary Jane. Mary Jane is an adult pony, 20 years human. She was born in Ponyville to a herbal therapist and a chandler. I think a chandler is someone who makes, like, wax things. because her dad, the chandler, taught her the business secrets, which is soap crafts, candle craft, towels, wax, and how to run a business. So her dad was expecting her to take over the family business. She was more interested in herbal medicines, honestly, though. She lost touch with a few of her friends, but one day she got her cutie mark because she successfully calmed a schizophrenic pony by convincing them not to commit suicide after they smoked some weed, bro. She then moved to Philadelphia and became a florist.
Like you just steamrolled over that shit.
Where she hooked up with she got a room with her friend Brownie. And
oh my god,
it's a friend she met over the internet, which the internet exists in ponies now. And they started a company called Pot Brownie, where they sold candles, candy, nerd merch, most notably pot, and other things.
Nerd merch? Oh my god, this character.
When Brownie and Mary started Pot Brownie, on the main contributors was Pegasi, a Pegasi named Rose Butter, a cosmetologist who she also met online, and then they started dating online too. Her personality is she is a very open-minded, opinionated type of person who isn't afraid to share what they had to say. She will always do what she thinks is right and rarely takes advantages of others rarely takes advice because she is often right. She works obviously on the pot brownies and stuff. I honestly don't dislike her all that much. She is more than just it's a weed pony. They actually kind of put a lot of extra thought, more than necessary, into this character. I like it. And she's just a pony who likes to be mellow. We've seen that on the show already.
Yeah, vibes from this last weekend, alright?
Yeah,
just a scotch.
Riding a sick high, bro.
Yeah, bro. Just go ride the wave, man.
Yeah, and I don't mind a pony with a theme like weed or anything. That's okay to me, I guess. Their cutie mark is really simple too. I like that. Represents her smoking weed.
Like you said, Minnie, it's actually, I like this character because it's not so much that this is, like you said, ha ha ha, a weed pony. It is a pony that is themed around marijuana, but it's well done without being blatantly obvious as like some kind of stupid joke for weed.
Then why did you put it in bad if you like it now?
I just feel like there are some parts that need to be fixed up. Like, I really wish that she didn't have to just calm someone down out of suicide. Maybe she just grew some mad hemp once, and it was like, man, this is my calling.
Some mad hemp.
Yeah, or maybe, I guess I like it because it's more than just about pot here. It's about her being able to calm someone with pot.
That seems like a very, very illogical and probably would never happen scenario, though.
Yeah, maybe something a little bit smaller than suicidal schizophrenics.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy and deep.
That's very out there.
It's very heavy, man.
It's green, and it reminds me of St. Patrick's Day.
I like it because it's very simple. It's a unicorn with a very simple mane and a very simple coat color. It looks fine.
I don't like the dark green.
I don't like the spinach mane. It's like
I don't like the background.
Well, fine, screw you.
I just wanted to fit in and be cool, okay? I'm sorry.
This is I like this OC Sunny, even though these guys barely didn't want to talk about it, I guess.
I talked about it.
We talked about it.
Yeah, you guys talked about it. Anyways, I think the food changes would be nice. And that's about it.
Cool. Sweet. So, moving on from that pony, we're going to take a look at Smooth's next bad OC. So, Smooth, tell us about...
This is Hazy Dreamer. She's a little bit younger than the main 6 at this point, but she still does not have her cutie mark because she has Because she believes that her destiny has to do with becoming an alicorn, and that has driven her main part of her life. And you know how freaking impossible it is to become an alicorn. You can only do it if you do whatever Cadence did to become an alicorn, which we still haven't figured out. Hasbro!
Look at you.
Or you could make a spell, and since she's not a unicorn, she can't make magic.
You know, becoming an alicorn can't be that hard if Twilight did it, I mean.
Yeah,
Come on.
honestly. You see that horn and those wings that she's wearing? She wears them very, very often. Seeing her without them is an odd sight. So people tease her often about that, because people are like, you're blank and you want to be an alicorn? And, okay, friggin' whatever you say. The main thing about her, though, is that originally her wants to be an alicorn wasn't for any of the right reasons. She wanted it, like, to be famous, to be powerful, and to have everyone love her. And she wanted to be in power. And she is very bossy because of it. She loves being in control, and it's obnoxious and bratty. It didn't say, like, any specific reason why this happened, but eventually I guess she decided, wait, maybe not, maybe that's a bad idea, and she's trying to do that stuff a lot less. She's trying to become a better pony, so that she might actually deserve to be an alicorn at some point. Because having a personality like that definitely is not worthy of alicornhood, and I believe that she's realized that herself. So she's trying to be better. She's not doing amazingly at it, but she's at least putting forth the effort, and that's the first part to success, putting forth effort. She also spends a lot of time daydreaming, which I believe would probably be where the dreamer part of her name comes from, so she might actually have some kind of a sort of talent in that in some way, shape, or form, if it is explained. And she is usually hanging around ponies younger than herself. Oh, and she plays pretend with them and stuff, so she doesn't get lonely, because ponies her age are all jerks just because she doesn't have a cutie mark. And she's actually pretty good with children, and she's more comfortable around them than she is around those her age or older. And she likes being with them. She likes reading and writing stories, and read them to her younger friends, and perhaps one day she may have a talent in that, but until then, she isn't as interested. It's still alicorn. That's the main thing she's going for in life.
That is a well-rounded character. It's not a nice character. It's not always the best character, but it is a nice, well-rounded character. Wants, needs, desires, faults, acceptance, everything. Like, that was a story that you just told me, and I'm happy by hearing it.
It definitely needs more detail, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, it's not a full story. It was a good synopsis.
Like, that's the gigantic thing about that. Yeah, it was like a synopsis or a summary of a story kind of thing. I would love to see, like, actual detail put into this one. I mean, I'm an incredibly lazy person, so maybe a hell ton more detail would be a little painful for me just because I'm not good at reading or anything like that. However, I would love to friggin' see a lot more detail put into this character. It's sort of like this character has personality and stuff, but not a lot of events, whereas the one from before had events but no real personality. It takes both to, like, truly make someone seem or feel more existing. And, like, having a lot of both would be helpful. But more
I sense potential.
Yeah. I like the direction this character can take a lot.
I thought Hazy Dreamer was cool because she dreams of being an alicorn, but maybe it's sort of hazed over, fogged over by the fact that she's a jerk. At first anyway. But yeah. And then I'm just like, I guess she has big aspirations. That's a pretty cool thing. I like it.
Aesthetically, on the other hand, it's not like really bad per se. It's just, I suppose, not my cup of tea, and I'm not a gigantic fan of it.
I like how the purple sort of accents and stands away from it, considering yellow and purple are
complementary colors.
Complementary?
Yeah. It might be the outline colors that are putting me off so badly.
I think it is because they're very black or very close to black
They're
outlines.
Really dark, and they just don't mesh well in my mind. I guess for overall design, how do you get the braid like that?
We had a pony like this, didn't we? We had one before that had the braid and the tail like that.
I don't like it.
It's way back in the beginning, but yeah, even then we were like, what the fuck? How do...
I'm pretty sure it's one of the friggin' things that's in Pony Creator.
Gotta hope not.
No, I'm pretty sure I've seen that tail type in Pony Creator. I'm not sure about the main, but...
I like the lilac. I don't like the manila or the goldenrod in the eyes.
Yeah, the orange seems really weird in comparison to the purple and yellow. I don't know what eye color to have, since the complementary color is already the mane and the tail with the coat. My brain is completely blanking on what color to have the eyes.
I like them as orange.
Tail and mane design and stuff. Otherwise, I like for the most part.
Wonderful. So, moving on to our final OC of the night, we're going to take a look at Soren's bad OC that he brought on.
Foggy Spectrum by 98. This is a bat pony. And she's on the weather team. The cutie mark is Rolling Fog. Likes cool nights, sleeping, video games, food. Dislikes thunderstorms, bright lights, and fighting. So, she's calm and cool-headed until she comes under pressure, and then she will panic. And she's brutally honest, but she's overall kind and just wants to make new friends. So she was watching the Pegasi fly around and change the weather. Then she got her cutie mark because she realized that she loved molding fog into things. I don't understand how that correlates or why it's such a quick transition. But now she's on the night weather team, which is apparently a thing, and she creates fog. Like, I guess night fog, early morning fog. So, yeah. The story's like kind of right now, over. Here it is. Oh, then it's over. It's like, what? I just got confused. I just got hit in the head with a bat pony. So yeah, that's literally everything about it. What do you think?
That story is simple, straightforward, and to the point.
Almost too much so. How again did she realize?
She's like, hey, I'm watching the Pegasi do the weather team thing. Man, I love making fog. It's almost like squirrel, like ADHD.
When did that happen?
I don't. When she was living in a house overlooking Ponyville.
But when was she? When was she good at fog already? That's my main qualm. Is it just like all of the sudden? It has no setup.
A challenger has arrived, making fog. Beep, beep, beep. But yeah, it's like really... What? It's just so...
This story is not there at all with this character. and that's unfortunate because I feel like this could be expanded upon, right?
Yeah, it could be really cool because fog's awesome, and like a night weather team, that's a cool idea for making fog.
Yeah, especially since fog comes in usually like very early on in the day, so it would require a night team to prepare it more than a day team.
Yeah. Let's move on to the elephant in the room.
Let's talk about that aesthetic there, Soren. Tell us all about how you feel about this pony.
What the fuck?
I find it very interesting that this character has all of the cardinal colors and shades for things. All 6 colors of the rainbow: purple, blue, green, red, orange, yellow, and all 3 shades, white, gray, and black. For the most part, 4 is too many. 7 is too many. 7 and other things in between them and more, definitely too many.
All of them are too many.
Yes.
Remember how we said, like, way back when, that it's very hard to make a rainbow mane look good?
Yeah.
This is a point where it doesn't look good.
Like,
this
the colors are kind of nice. I like them. I just don't like how it works.
How they're presented. Okay, why the rainbow? I don't understand.
Yeah, especially if you're, like, Fog Destiny. If anything, you'd be, like, more gray than anyone else.
In fact, I'm looking just this very dark blue thing, or even just the gray on the hooves, which is also really stupid. If that was the whole body, and then the mane was the white, not pure white, but whatever white it was going to be, like shade of purple, shade of blue, whatever, then it would look really good, because it's kind of reminiscent of fog, and it's sweet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why the rainbow? What the hell? Also, why the jagged split to the hooves? Why?
I don't think the wings would have to be that dark.
Quite so baddish. Oh, dark. Okay, color-wise, yes.
They should probably be along the lines of whatever coat color you have.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
My biggest problem with, I like the colors used in the mane. They aren't super saturated, but the execution of the colors in that direction and flow make it not at all how hair actually is supposed to work.
It's all goopy.
It's like, well, not only the fact that it's goopy, but it's also like layers as if it grew out in different colors over time. When hair, in any other case in the show, even with Rainbow Dashes, it seems to be in a directional flow out from the head, not layered away from the head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're pointing out from the head in the colors, not
like
layers away from the head.
Like when she was born, she first grew the white, then the purple, then the blue, then the green.
No,
I guess
she
it
was
just got
growing
longer
the
and
red
longer.
first, and then green.
Oh,
and then, yeah.
That's true. I'm sorry. Conceptually, it's okay. The aesthetics are crap.
The aesthetics need to match the story more.
Yeah, the orange on this really dark blue looks really good to me.
Well then, thank you for bringing in that OC there, Soren. It was quite lovely. We have to move on to the voting part of this show, which means let me just talk or run over the OCs that we brought over to the show today. Starting off with the good ones, I brought in Ice
Blizzard.
Ice Blizzard by the profile user Ice Blizzard. The Soren brought in Sapphire Sight by Flashfire68. And then Medi brought over Edward Henry Doppel by Cute Little Vixen. And Smooth brought in Ariana Bay by Mantle Jackal. So, going back in the order we presented in and not voting for the same OC, I am going to have to vote for Sapphire Sights.
Yay!
I like Sapphire Sights the best.
Yay!
Well, dang it, I guess I'm gonna give mine also to Sapphire Sights.
Yay!
Smooth, or Soren, like it matters?
Probably Sapphire Sights.
Okay.
I'll give it to Ariana Bay because I actually really like the story and the chocolate. Mm.
if I was able to give a second vote, I would have given it to Ariana Bay as well.
If
I
I
really
had
like
the
that
ability
pony
to
as
give
well.
a second vote, I would have given mine to Edward Henry Doppel.
Yeah.
But
Now we're
we don't
all
get second
winners.
votes, so that doesn't matter. So, congratulations, Soren, for bringing in this week's winner of Good OC
By a landslide.
Jeez.
by a shutout.
Yeah, it was just like 3 points for me. Yay!
Bang, bang,
Now
bang.
moving on to the bad OCs. We're going to take a look at the bad OCs, I guess. Anyway, I brought on Enya by NQ. Soren brought on Foggy Spectrum by Lil B98. Medi brought on Mary Jane by Sunny Pony Citrus Butt. And Smooth brought on Hazy Dreamer by Nikwa Pup. So, like I said, back in the same order, not being able to vote for the same pony that you brought to the party, I would probably have to give my vote for least favorite pony to Foggy Spectrum.
Enya. I really didn't like Enya all that much.
Okay.
I will
Smooth.
vote for Enya as well.
And Soren.
Gonna have to give it to Kenya.
Kenya? Yes! You and me, Soren.
Whoopsh. 2 landslides, holy crap.
Damn straight. Shutting it down this week, you and me.
Shooting threes all day.
So, that being said, congratulations to those who won Good OC, and congratulations to those who win Worst OC of the week. Bad OC for the week. They're moving on to the next part of a segment that we haven't done in a good long while. We've been a little bit distracted and a little bit preoccupied with a lot of things, but this week we are bringing it back. Well, long-awaited delay. Medi, tell us where they can submit OCs and whatnot.
Stop.
That forgotten segment. That forgotten segment.
No, we're gonna go over...
Forever
That's
ago.
just-
Well,
That's just because no one pays
let
attention
me-
to that part.
Let me dust off the,
You just gotta blow it up. Hold on.
Oh, look!
Blow off all that
Questions!
dust. We have questions that we've had for a long time.
Okay, so, never mind. This one is sent in by, Sisa Horama Lover Girl.
You mean Shishomaru Lover Girl?
Yeah, Shishomaru Lover Girl.
Okay.
This is, have you guys ever thought of reviewing other fandoms OCs? If so, which ones and why?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Can we just give a group answer all at the same time?
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
No.
Octonauts. Octonauts, guys, come on. They're out there. You gotta look them up.
Sonic OCs, come on, guys.
Yeah, come on, guys. But no, we probably will not be doing other fandom OCs for a very long
Forever.
time.
Well, the issue with doing other OCs is we don't know as much as we know about other things that have OCs as we know about ponies.
We're not as dedicated to those fandoms.
If, for sanity, that we get multiple Metal Gear Solid OCs.
Oh my god.
I swear to
stop.
God.
No.
No.
The point of that,
No.
the point of that isn't that there aren't people of us that, are very dedicated to things, because Medi and I are very dedicated to Metal Gear and other things along those lines. However, the rest
Fire
of us
Emblem.
aren't. The point is that no other fandom connects all 5 of us.
Yeah.
Load up the next one there, Medi.
Alright, the next question. 1 second. It comes to us by Super Puppy 3. He wants to ask a silly question, or they want to ask a silly question. If you were all in a comedic team like the Three Stooges, who would you be in what role?
Straight man?
I'd be Curly because he has a funny name.
Well, it's very hard to be in a 5-man team.
Is it?
Yeah.
Name,
Meme.
dynamic duo is always the case when it comes to comedy. And it's like,
Excuse
you
me?
got your funny man, you have the straight man and the
Well,
funny man.
no,
Dog.
the thing
Long,
is,
Hardy.
okay.
He's
the
asking
Marx
what
Brothers,
stooge.
The Marx Brothers, no, they said like the Three Stooges, not specifically.
Well, I'm
Like,
assuming.
the Marx Brothers started out as a 4-man group, and they had one that was generally on his own, another that was generally on his own, and they sometimes worked as a team, and then 2 others that were almost always a team together. We could do like a thing like that if it would be sort of like me and Soren would be a team.
Wait, here's a real question. Who would Commander be?
The loser.
Oh!
Snap, 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 snap. I would be the Smooth, and I would be the star-crossed lovers. No.
I think you and Smooth would work better as kind of a who's on first pairing.
Abbott and Costello.
Yeah.
I want to be Abbott.
Yeah, because when we make
you
a funny.
Said that you were the straight man.
Yeah, the straight man.
Abbott
Was the straight man, was he?
Yeah, but when I say this, I mean Smooth. You work better as you work dynamically better off of Soren than most others.
When Smooth and I don't
This is
say much, but when we get going on a tangent, it just builds and builds, and pretty soon it's just stupid.
And
It's really funny.
And soon
but it's
everyone hates everything.
If
pretty much.
there is a joke both of you guys get, it bounces off of each other very easily. You guys are
Yeah.
like skilled tennis players passing a joke around in the air.
This is true. They do that. And I think, well, it's unfortunate that Soren wasn't a part of it, but you can really go back and see how our individual relationships work with our beginning of the year episodes where we had each one of us on the show. And you can see how our comedy kind of flows back and forth between us individually.
In duos.
In duos, in pairs.
Ow.
And sooner or later we're going to get that set of 4 episodes for Soren? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do that sometime.
Whenever.
The idiot, I guess. That's kind of fits me pretty well.
The funny man.
Not the funny man. I'm not funny.
The butt of
The
the
lovable
joke.
idiot?
The slapstick?
The idiot. Yeah,
The,
probably.
the lovable... Yeah. The lovable
the guy
idiot.
who tries to act smart but is an idiot. Sent in to us by an anonymous source from Tumblr. What
Yay.
program
That's
do
a
you
long
all
name.
use for art?
I mostly work in Adobe Illustrator, but for any time where I have to make any kind of video, I use Adobe Flash.
I use this great little program called Pensol and Paper. You can pick it up at the local Blockbuster. It's spelled PENCULNPUPER. That's Pensol and Paper, and it's a great little format.
I use Photoshop, pencil and paper most of the time, but mostly Photoshop now. I think I tried using Psy once and it didn't work.
And I used to do pencil and paper all the time. Don't do that anymore. Now I just kind of draw on my Wii U in a program. And other than that, the only other thing I'm good at really at all is paint.net.
Commander has been, reaching out to other programs such as Ponyscape for his art, but more of his art has just been, again, pencil and paper of stuff.
He doesn't use pencils.
Pen
and paper.
Pen and paper.
Yeah, lined paper.
Yeah,
pen and lined paper.
Yes.
Sent in to us by an anonymous source.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's really cool. He has cool sunglasses and everything. Do you guys respect pony creators as starting points for creating OCs?
Yes. As what you said, as a starting point, yeah, sure, why not? As what most people keep using it as, fuck no.
No grief to the person who made it, because, I mean, some of the main styles in there aren't terrible, but then, I mean, if you're just using somebody else's thing that they just made, it's almost like making a recolor OC, like a Twilight recolor or a Rarity recolor or whatever. It's like...
Even if you're not using their styles or anything like that, you're just using someone else's styles. So, in essence, it is just a recolor of things they've already made. They just haven't claimed them as 100% theirs because they're letting other people use them and stuff.
Yeah, originality is important.
It's a good way to get your colors and your generic design down, but do not use that. It is the skeleton of your character. It is nothing more than that. Next question sent to us by Ask Moonflight. She asks, "What is your thoughts on the Pokemon anime and the games, if you've seen or played them?"
Games.
I used to watch the shit out of it. I used to play the shit out of it, and now I don't watch the shit out of it, and now I don't really play the shit out of it.
The gasp.
But what do you think about it?
They were good back in the day. I haven't paid attention to it recently, and I can't tell you that I have any opinions on it. I just think it's just another cartoon for, like, kids. But I'm not a kid anymore, so I don't really watch it.
First gen show, really good. Johto was pretty good. I mean, recently it's probably fallen off into the deep end, but I haven't really watched it, so I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, it was really deep. Like, the first movie was really good. And that Mewtwo quote about, like, it doesn't matter the origin of your birth, it matters what you do with your life, or some shit like that. That was deep.
Exactly!
That's
what I was freaking talking about earlier.
It was like Mewtwo Plus. But the games have always been really good. X and Y were really, 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 really good. I enjoyed the shit out of those games.
I think the Pokemon anime is criminally overrated. I didn't really like it that much, and I believe it gets a lot of nostalgic rose-colored glasses when everyone talks about it.
Rose-tinted
But
glasses.
I do agree with you, Soren, though. The first Pokemon movie is good. Like, that is, out of all the Pokemon movies, that is the best one, and out of, like, a lot of Pokemon-related things, it's one of the coolest things. The first two generations are the best. The third one took me off of Pokemon for until X and Y.
I have been in the series basically the entire time, so I guess I am most apt to answer this. I watched the series all the way up until Hoenn, and when they changed James's voice, I stopped caring about it completely. The instant his voice changed, I just stopped caring.
It's because James is the best character. He's the only relevant character in the whole show.
So, friggin', the anime was okay. It wasn't my favorite thing ever. Honestly, I liked Digimons more. Sometimes. Johto, my favorite region. Soul Silver, best game. Hoenn, worst place ever of all time. Those games sucked. All of Gen 3 sucked, and that's all I have to say.
Get out. Gen 3 was good.
So, those are our answers. Those are the OCs. That's what we thought about everything. Now, if you have anything that you want to send into the show, Mehdi will tell you all about where you can send those things in. So, Mehdi, go ahead with that.
EuroCsucks.deviantart.com, at EuroCsucks at Twitter.com, EuroCsucksPodcast@gmail.com, and EuroCsucksPodcast@tumblr.com.
This show is sponsored and supported by the generous people over at Patreon.com. If you want to support our show in any way, shape, or form,
you can't. It's only money.
It's only money. I apologize. If you want to support this show through a small monetary donation, go ahead and feel free. You can get sweet rewards over there, and you don't have to donate, but it's always appreciated when people do. You can go over to patreon.com/EuroCsucks to find out all the details, or you can go ahead and click that link right in the description below. But in the meantime, this is the end of our 10th fan-submitted episode. That's the end of our last little special guest block. We're looking to the future towards another species block. That means that next week we're going to be doing just like we did before. We're going to be looking at some unicorn OCs first. And if you have any unicorn OCs that you may want to submit to the show, go ahead and do that. You've got about 2 days between the time of this airing and the time where we record that episode to get it out there. And realize that we're going to be taking a look at a lot of different species only in the next couple of episodes. So if you're hesitant, if you've been on the fence about submitting and you have a unicorn OC, go ahead and put it in, submit it to us. And hey, if we don't get to it this week, or the following week, will still be submitted in a possibility of being on a later episode. So, for those who donate, those who are about to send in OCs, or people who just like watching the show, I have to say thank you. That has been this week's episode. My name is Modified Thunderbirds, and I have been joined by...
Soren Wants Pie, the calendar guy.
Medibobo.
And smooth sailing. But
And remember, your OC sucks.